Hi and welcome to my channel. So there are 515 overseas trained nurses currently working in the UK, but originally trained in Nigeria that have been undergoing an investigation by the Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK for potentially joining the NMC register fraudulently. So this is a case that has been going on for months. I did share a video on here about it, and so this is an update. So the Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK has provided an update about the outcome of this investigation. So what is going to happen to these nurses that are already now working in the UK? What have they found from the investigation? What is the impact going to be for other nurses that are still in Nigeria currently planning to move to the UK? Because there are, about 1,700 other nurses, that are kind of involved with this indirectly or directly so. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the outcome from this investigation. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. And I do hope that you're finding these videos helpful. I like to bring you the latest information about nursing in the UK. I'm a nurse myself. So this is something that I'm really, really passionate about. I also bring you opportunities about, career progression in the UK. If you're trying to get your NMC registration with or without OET, again, I can support you with that journey. And I've also got information on here about all of this. If you're wanting to get into healthcare, get into nursing, again, if you check the description box below, I have dropped lots of useful information for you on the processes to follow in order to achieve this goal. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, use this opportunity now to hit the subscribe button so you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. Also, most importantly, I do have a free newsletter where I send information about all these things that I've spoken about directly to your inbox so that you're not reliant on the YouTube algorithm for such vital and crucial information for your personal and professional development. So if you check the comment section below, you're going to see a link to join my newsletter. It's completely free. It won't take you 20 seconds. You drop your name and email and you're part of that newsletter. So again, you can find my contacts on there. If there's something that you want to discuss privately, then you can use, you're going to see my WhatsApp number as well as my email address, because I know that the topic of this video is something that if you're involved and we haven't been in contact, because I've been in contact with many of these people that are involved with this investigation, so you can feel free to contact me privately for that. But if you've got any questions, do leave them in the comment section below and I'll be able to join you on there. So what is really happening? So if you're an overseas nurse, which means you trained overseas, if you want to work in the UK, there are some exams that you need to write. So there is the IELTS to OET, obviously, which, by the way, the NMC has brought in other pathways that you can now work in the UK if you trained overseas without IELTS to OET. So again, this is a huge progress. This is something that is amazing. It's been long overdue and I'm really pleased. Like, I've got a coaching program. Many of our nurses, carers, midwives have been able to successfully get their PIN numbers from the NMC without IELTS or OET, despite the fact that they trained overseas. So if you're not aware of this is a huge opportunity that you must take. So but there's another test that you'd have to do as well as the IELTS or OET if needed. That test is called the CBT. So that's a computer-based test. Every overseas nurse needs to do this test. So the NMC found that they were actually kind of briefed by the Person View Center. They're the ones that are kind of in charge of this test, and they basically said that there was fraudulent activity at the test center in Nigeria, specifically in Ibadan. So this test center was shut down. And like I said, I've been doing an investigation, and this investigation has now concluded. So the risk and outcome for this, which is what we're going to now get into the details, is incredibly important, very vital, very crucial, what this outcome is, because it's going to have a huge impact on these nurses that are involved as well as their families, because they could potentially be deported, obviously, from the UK. Depending on where you fall, on which side of the investigation or the findings, then the outcome, obviously, is going to be very different. And by the way, I don't know if I've spoken about this, but I do have a private career coaching program where I support with, like I said, NMC registration, free UK visa sponsorship jobs to move to the UK or to switch your visa if you're already in this beautiful country. If you're wanting to work in healthcare in the UK, get into nursing, You're looking for apprenticeship opportunities to study nursing while being paid, so you're not paying any tuition fees. Again, I can support with all of that. Work from home jobs, you can earn extra money, in order to supplement your income. Side hustle ideas, I love all of those because I'm on a mission to retire by the time I'm hitting 40. So that if I'm working past 40, it should be a choice, not because I'm broke. Because let me tell you, with the internet age, knowing what we now know, like, you need to take advantage of these opportunities that are available. So if you check the description box below, you see a link to join my private coaching program. You 100% want to join if you're watching this video, or if you've got any relatives that would benefit from all of the services that I have mentioned. Because when you do join, we'll go through what's your experience, what are your qualifications, what do you want, where are you based, what are the best opportunities for you to go for in the UK, how should you proceed, how do you go about it, what about your CV, what about the interview, what do they ask, how should you prepare, the whole shebang. We also have weekly live sessions where you can join in to get access to some of the most ambitious, success driven individuals, so that you get that community support rather than doing this in isolation, because these are life-changing opportunities that you need to dedicate that time to get. So I'm looking forward obviously to welcoming you into that program, so that we can get started ASAP with supporting you, guiding you in order to achieve your UK career goals, your dreams, your objectives, just to get wherever it is that you want to get to. Because I started my own UK journey as a carer, now working as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position. Look, I have gone through all those processes, to studying in the UK as an international student and all of that. So I'm going to be guiding you through a journey that I have had as well. So I have great insight on what is expected through every single stage of that journey. So you will definitely be in good hands. That's what I'm saying. So, and also, if you're enjoying this content, I want you to hit that like button. It lets me know that I enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more. So what is the outcome from this investigation? The NMC has indeed concluded that 48 of these 550 nurses likely were involved in fraud, basically. So what they have said, therefore, as a consequence, is that all the nurses involved would have to redo this test again. So every single one of these nurses will have to rewrite the CBT. But that is not just the end, because if you're part of the 48 nurses, you will have to go through a panel. So you need to testify in person, they have said, in front of a panel, to be able to justify what it is that you did during that test, how you got the results that you had, and literally everything that happened. So this is going to be something that, if you're part of this, you need to be really precise with what happens, basically, because remember that you're going to be assessed by people that are experts, people that have got a lot of knowledge, people that there's also that psychological part of it. So you need to be very confident about the events that happen during that time, and you need to be very confident about obviously what you're saying, because again, everything is going to be assessed. For all the other people, if you redo the CBT and you don't pass, obviously you will have to be struck off from the NMC register. And for these 48 people, if the panel decides that you are guilty, as in you actually obtained your results fraudulently, then you will be removed from the NMC register. And this is really a shame, because that's what the NMC has decided, that they'll all be removed from the NMC register, which means once you're removed, they're all going to be sacked from their jobs, they're all going to lose their jobs, and their visa sponsorship will be revoked. So like I said, there are huge implications. And actually, there's also the other people that did their CBT over at this test center in Ibadan that is now shut, and they have considered all results from this test center to be illegal, which means they're all cancelled. They all need to redo the test as well again. So all of them need to redo the test. These are obviously colleagues that are not yet working in the UK, but took their test in this particular center. As I'm going, if you've got any questions, any concerns, any worries, please do leave them in the comment section below, so that we can talk more, to be able to expand more, obviously, if needed, or if you need to contact me privately, because again, I understand that this is a very sensitive issue. You may not necessarily want to leave a comment on your YouTube, especially if you're involved. Then do feel free, obviously, to contact me about that, or because you're going to need a lot of support with this process. So that's what the NMC has decided. Everybody needs to redo the test, but for those people that are found that they are likely to be guilty. And this has been because obviously they have taken independent data analysts who have analyzed all of the data and found that the time that these people took to complete the test is unrealistic. Because I support people with the CBT, some of those questions can be very long. So if you're going to be answering them like in a very short period of time and if you pass the test with exceptional grades, it is highly unlikely, because the length of time that you need just to read the question is a very long period of time. So again, the NMC has said they don't want to be discriminating, they don't want to be racist, they need to be fair on everybody. So these decisions have not been taken lightly. They have used independent panelists, you know what I mean, to assess this. So what do you think about this situation? Do you think it's fair? What do you think they should do? But this is what the situation is. These nurses will be removed from the NMC register if this panel decides that that is the case, and they will need to testify in person and to justify the results that they had. Again, I appreciate your time. Do check out these other videos that I've linked up here, just to give you more information about opportunities in the UK. I'll see you in this video right here.